Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? My voice?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the confirmation.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. May health and happiness be with you today. Thank you for taking time to attend to this event, namely the mentoring of Imagine Cup Junior Worldwide. As you know, you have selected become the representative of Indonesia from many participants that join of Imagine Cup Junior local competition in Indonesia. Mari Belajar has as an organizer in the local competition has selected and invited um, 10 teams and their members to attend this event. Before I explain too much, I want to introduce myself. I'm Ning. I will act as moderator in this event. And the speaker, we have two speaker. They are Anya Taylor from Microsoft Singapore. Hi, Anya.
Hello, everyone. I'm actually based in New Zealand, and that's what the background on my screen is. So I do a role that is a Singapore role, looking after wonderful countries such as yours. And I have been based in New Zealand for the last couple of years because of the COVID situation. So, but I'm hoping very quickly to move to Singapore, where I'll be much closer. So thank you for the invitation, and it's just wonderful to be here.
Okay, thank you, Anna, for the confirmation. And the second speaker is Asal Musagaliyeva. Sorry for the maybe I'm wrong to spell. Good morning. She is from Microsoft Singapore, right?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Ning, for facilitating. So I'm happy to see the 10 teams who are submitting, right, to the ICJ 2022 worldwide finals, your projects. So I'm Marcel. I'm working with Anne as well as Chesing. I'm based in Singapore and I'm working on the Future Ready Skills programs.
Okay, thank you, Esel. Anna and Esel, are you ready to give mentoring to all the participants?
Yes, sure.
Okay, wait a minute. I will explain to all participants how to join and interact in this event. Basically, the participant can interact with our speaker by using two feature on Microsoft Teams. There are chat feature. If you want, if you may be more comfortable if your communication using text, or maybe if you're more comfortable if you directly you can use feature on microphone. But before you ask question using microphone, please using raise hand feature so the speaker can know that you want to ask something about the ICG in this event. Okay, in this event, we will record until finish, so the participant can rewatch about this mentoring today, so can rewatch with their members. Maybe in this occasion, just a few members that join and team members. We will send to all participants about this video recording, so you can rewatch everything, all of material that will be shared in this occasion. Okay, I think that's enough introductory explanation for me. So it's time to representative of Microsoft to explain about the ICG and the first time is I think it's for Anya Taylor, and then after that we will the second speaker is Aisel. Okay, I think it's yours, Anya. You can start your explanation about ICG.
Lovely. So I have been at Microsoft for over 20 years, and I have been working in the IT sector, I guess, for a lot longer than that. And Imagine Cup is a program that has been available for years and years and years. And we historically did Imagine Cup with our higher education students. And it was really about using the technology and the skills that they have developed to solve some real world problems. And I've mentored groups. So in New Zealand, so it's very similar to what we're doing here from the Imagine Cup senior, for want of a better word. So we have teams, and the teams get together and they come up with ideas and concepts that solve particular challenges that are given to them as part of the worldwide competition. So I've mentored students over the years in New Zealand, and I've mentored groups over the years in New Zealand as well. And it's just been really amazing to see the development of the students and also the tutors and the lecturers who support those students and support those student teams. So what I think is really really important is that when you think about your career and you think about the student's career, then you really, even if you're not going into a career where you'll be a developer or a programmer, you really want to learn the skills of computational thinking and solving complex problems. So the skills that you will learn through the Imagine Cup Junior program. We've just had someone come off mute. Oh, there we are. You've gone back on mute. I think will stand you in very, very, very good stead for jobs of the future. So when we think about Imagine Cup and then we think about Imagine Cup Junior, we really wanted to give the what we call K-12 students access to the same opportunities that the Imagine Cup students were getting through university. We actually started Imagine Cup Junior first in New Zealand, as I said, which is where I'm based, as I've already said. And we went out to the schools and we worked really closely with the teachers in the schools to really support the students think about with the projects that they wanted to go through. So from a Microsoft perspective, it gives us visibility to what's happening in the schools in your particular country. It gives us visibility to what the students and what students are learning and the teachers are teaching. And it really opens the opportunity for the students to get an understanding of who the people at Microsoft are, what it's like to work with the people at Microsoft, what it's like to work with other students from around the world, what it's like to work with our amazing partners such as Ready. And it's a really good opportunity for everyone. So I think I absolutely love it, and I cannot thank you enough for being involved in the program, because I know that you will have done a lot of work and a lot of activity to get this far. And I really wish you all the very best for going forward. So I would just love for you to ask me questions about anything that you would like to know. It doesn't need to be in relation to Imagine Cup Junior in particular. It could be in relation to what I do at Microsoft, what kind of skills I think that you need if you wanted to work at somewhere like Microsoft, what the sort of skills you need as you go through your education through into higher education. So absolutely anything at all. So I'll pause there and I'll hand back over to Estelle. And Estelle has been working very, very closely on the Imagine Cup Junior program. And in fact, Estelle is the Imagine Cup Junior program owner. So she's got a lot more detail specifically as it relates to Imagine Cup. You're on mute.
Sorry. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, before we proceed, so we wanted to make this because we are literally 3 days away from the deadline of 12th May. global deadline for the project submission. So I hope you already either submitted your projects or in the process of doing so. Let us know how you feel about it. Any smiles or anything you can put in the chat. So what I want to, if there are no specific questions or challenges you faced, or the questions to Anne about her amazing career in Microsoft, or what Microsoft is doing, there are so many questions you might ask, right? I want to just quickly show, I pre-selected, there are 10 global winners for the Imagine Cup Junior, or ICJ in short. We are in our 3rd year, so it's pretty young competition as well, like a child of the Imagine Cup. And so there were 10 global winners as well in ICJ 2021. Because it's a very long process to show you everything, so I've just pre-selected 3 Asian entries that went into the 10 winning entries last year. And we'll see how it goes. If there are more questions, I'll just stop and we go to your questions. If there are no questions, I'll let you watch the 3 videos, and I'll quickly show you also the PowerPoint. So there were some questions from other Asia Pacific countries on how the winning entry would look like, right? Because we usually don't don't share, but based on the specific requests, we decided to share with you. And let me know if you can hear you can hear the sound and you can see the winning video. I'll try to share now. Okay. All right. I tried to show you first the presentation while the video is coming up. So this is from Singapore. Okay, if you can see it. Okay, this is from Singapore, and this was a winning entry. I know they wanted to participate this year as well. This is a team of 4, and this is AI for health category, right? Hwa Chong Institution is a private and private high school in Singapore. So yeah, this is the problem. Okay, the problem statement basically is the first slide. It's a very cute. You'll see later. You know how the topic is connected actually to the problem statement, and then how parents cannot deal with that, right? So it's difficult, and they cannot always go to health providers also to understand how the baby is feeling. Okay, and this is connected to AI, of course, the monitoring of the baby's stools to predict their health outcomes or health complications. All right, so this is what the research statement says. And you see, they really did a good research because they have a lot of data. On the last slide, you will see all the sources they used. They prepared very well. And this is the table that explains, you know, what is normal, what is not normal for the baby stools. And okay, the concept of their project as well. I think very clear. Yeah, and then the concept and the solution. So I like this visual because it's very simple, but I think anybody can understand. Okay. Also, they touch on, you studied in your modules, the use of AI. It should be ethical, inclusive, transparent, and so on. So it also touches on why it's AI for good, right? So it's ethical and inclusive. Okay. Fair, transparent, and of course, provides safe and secure environment for the users. Okay, and here they propose the solution of the problem. So that's easily to access. The project is necessary because the baby is obviously very young. They cannot articulate their needs or pain they're going through. And why it's the best option, because it's convenient and accessible. So the parents only need the smartphone and internet connection to be able to monitor. Okay. And this is, I think, a very nice a very nice graphic of showing how their module used AI for the baby poop detection and analysis. Okay. This is a little bit too complicated, so you don't have to use the exact Azure tools for ICJ because this is not a requirement, as we said clearly. But if you want, it doesn't hurt if you're interested, and if it's important for your project, why not, right? So the data set and the tools. But what's important in any project is actually to show why your project is important, how you're going to solve it, and why you think this project will be important for your community or the wider user base. Okay. Yeah, and this is the last slide of references. All right, I'll try to show you. Okay, here. Let me give you. I can show you the. Okay. The sound now. Right. Let me know if you can see, because sometimes it fails to show. So, all right.
Nothing yet, Sal.
Can you see the picture? And
no, all we can see is the link on the pitch.
Okay, that's very weird because it brings me back to my SharePoint. Okay. Let me try here. Let's see if I can share it again. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know if you can hear it. I'm just pressing the start.
Hello everyone, we are Team Imagineering from Hwa Chong Institution, Singapore, here to pitch our groundbreaking idea to you.
Now, babies are cute, but unfortunately they aren't able to communicate very well unless they're like this guy or this guy. However, this thing that comes out of them varies in color and consistency a lot in their first year, which can provide valuable insights into their health. But imagine that you are a parent, already going insane from the tons of diaper changing and bedtime song singing you have to do. How will you ever be able to analyze the stuff on the diapers you change every day? Now, what if I told you that we have a tool to help you with that?
Introducing Baby Poop Log, a revolutionary mobile app which allows parents to easily assess the health of their infants at the click of a button. Since a baby's poop is typically collected in a diaper, parents or caretakers can take images of it easily using a smartphone. Baby Poop Log would track the baby's age to accurately analyze certain types of stool that are normal for specific ages. The diet of babies would also be accounted for, as certain foods affect stool coloring. Once the initial configuration is complete, all parents need to do is upload images of soiled diapers onto a cloud platform through the app, after which all analysis will be handled by our AI system.
With the use of a neural network trained on images of soiled diapers, our system will be able to make accurate assessments of babies' health. Using Azure Machine Learning, this system can be continuously improved by feeding it new training data. Azure Storage also provides a scalable file storage for our constantly expanding dataset. Further, pediatricians can tap on any historical stool data that has been consensually collected to more accurately diagnose their conditions.
Whether that pool be green or blue, our AI will diagnose it for you. This project has been a very enriching learning experience for us.
It has given us an opportunity to hone our pitching skills,
Taught us how to better empathize with our users,
helped us to stretch our creativity,
and to understand the dangers of AI.
Thank you, Microsoft, for hosting this competition.
All right, this is the first project I pre-selected for you. What's your reaction? Was it clear? Was it not so clear for you? Okay. While we're waiting for your reactions, thanks, Ning. You mean they submit, everybody will submit tomorrow? Is that what you mean? The next day? All the projects will be submitted tomorrow?
Yes, we will together submit based on we will use this day as reference to be good on their submission.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Just as a caveat, you don't need to use video because it wasn't the requirement. The requirement was the slides. But what I noticed is that almost all of the winning entries has video, and it's the winning is not because they have video, but I think it's a very strong visual because the slides are short and the jury also will not have time to, really go through each slide. They will go through, but they would have less time to understand the slides, right? So in this limited time, they need to understand what your idea is about and also to compare you with everyone else competing in the same category. So, okay, there is a question. Thanks very much, Kenar. Do we have to submit the project that we have done in the local competition? Yes, up to you. I suggest you strongly focus on the project that you worked since the beginning, so you don't shift to a new project. You will follow the most important thing is you following the rules of the submission, not to miss anything, right? That's number one. And number two is really focusing on your content, so that your content is answering first of all to the topic of AI for good, right? One of the areas for AI for good. Then it's a strong idea, and there is addressable market and solution. So this will be the three things. Yeah. Feel free to share the projects you're working on. We have no idea. It's a lot of teams, 10 teams. So let us know what you're working on. It would be interesting. If you have any questions, what we do in Microsoft, Anne will be the best person to answer beyond ICJ, because AI for good is such a huge cross-cutting topic across Microsoft. So it's not only for ICJ. That's one thing. Another thing, if you are interested, to do coding, if you're interested how we work with the students across Asia Pacific, what kind of programs and tools we have, we'll have a little bit of time now, around 15 minutes. Happy to share with you how it all connects. So for example, ICJ is not a standalone project. There is an AI for Good hour of code from the late 2019 under the Minecraft Education Edition. And everybody can use it for free. If you're using Minecraft Education Edition as a user through the Microsoft 365 edition, you can use it. If you don't have it, you can use it as a demo lesson, first demo lesson. So I don't know. Do you know what Minecraft is? Anne is asking the right question. I was just assuming, looking at your age, that you know what Minecraft is and what Minecraft Education Edition is.
Maybe not everyone know about Minecraft. Just a little that know about Minecraft in this session.
Okay, so I'll answer the question from Rico, and then I pass it back to Anne because she would be the best person to say what Minecraft is, why it's important, and how we can connect actually Minecraft Education Edition with the ICJ through the AI for Good topic. So, okay, can we use other Azure services in our product? Yes, definitely. I mean, there is no restriction. You don't have to use, again, you don't have to use, it's not a requirement. If you want to use, if you want to showcase what you've done, or if you just want to use it as a projection, if you didn't do the lab work, but just a projection, you can also do this, any Azure services. Exactly, Faras. your answer on the what Minecraft is. And back to you to give an exact explanation.
So for us, do I take that response as confirmation that you haven't played Minecraft? And feel
Yes, I usually always playing the Minecraft in my computer.
you have?
Yes, I have.
That's fantastic. And are you using it in your classroom? Is your school using it?
No, in my school I don't use that games. So we use another video conference like Microsoft Team and usually using Google Meet. And we don't use the video game like that.
Okay. And are you a teacher or a student for us?
I'm a student.
You're a student. And what year level are you?
In this time I go to university like just now.
Oh, how fantastic. Oh, well, it's lovely. And
Yes.
thank you so much for
Yeah,
having the
yeah,
courage and coming off
yeah.
and actually talking to us. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, so Minecraft is, I actually just had a presentation deck open and I'm just going to try and open it again because I think that that's one of the best ways to explain what Minecraft is. The Minecraft Education Edition is available to students. You do have to purchase it. So either your provinces or your Ministry of Education could purchase it. And we have a really cool component that's part of Minecraft Education. I'm just trying to buy time while I open my PowerPoint presentation, and then I will share my screen and take you through some slides. But it's just taking longer than I wanted it to. So Minecraft is a game that is a block-based game that is played by millions and millions of students from around the world. Microsoft purchased the game studio called Mojang, and we did that a few years ago now. And essentially what we did is there was always an education part of Minecraft. They call it the Bedrock Edition. And then what Microsoft did is we created what's called Education Edition. And our education systems and our ministries of education really like the Education Edition because it allows a little bit of control. So as students, you perhaps won't like it as much as the teachers like it. But what it does is it really allows teachers to be in control, for want of a better word, of the game and of who's using it. So I'm just sharing this presentation deck, and you'll be thrilled to know that I am sharing it through Teams. And so I hope some of you on the call are actually using Teams in your schools. Not sure if you are, but if you are, I would love, and if you're students, I would love you to go back to your teachers and to the leaders in your school and say, hey, we've got lots of computer science curriculum at Microsoft, and the Microsoft folk would love to talk to you. So I'm just going to move forward in this presentation to the Minecraft slide. So Estelle, can you just give me a thumbs up that you can see building creative coders and content creators on your screen? Are you on that slide? Lovely, thank you. So As I said, Minecraft education is a game that people and students, not even only students, but adults and students around the world play. The education edition is actually contained within your school and within your school network. So it's very good for more junior primary school type aged students because they're not getting out onto the worldwide net. The other very good thing about Minecraft is that those schools and students that have very bad internet connectivity can actually play. So the only thing you need to get from the internet is download the application. And then once it's on the devices in your computer lab, or if you're lucky enough to have devices on your at school, once it's within the school network, then you can then play within the school network without it having to have that constant internet connectivity. And so what we've done is we've built some coding applications into Minecraft Education Edition. And so this is what it is. It's really transforming learning around the world. And it's described as a sandbox game. And Minecraft is like a virtual land where you as users can create your own world, and you can use building blocks to create worlds. It doesn't have any rules. It doesn't come with a set of instructions or objectives, and players like yourselves can just be creative and explore how you learn. And the really cool thing about this as well is that your teachers don't necessarily need to know how to use Minecraft because you as students probably already know, and they can just work with you with what you already know. And so, as I said, it's a platform that encourages students to build skills such as communication and collaboration, systems thinking, and critical thinking. And you can then build upon it to really do some coding. So this is an example of the types of coding. So you've got the beginning coding applications down here, then you've got intermediate, and then you've got advanced. And so Python is actually included, if you like, within Minecraft Education Edition. So I think for us, you're obviously at the more senior end of coding and computational thinking. So you would probably look to use Minecraft for Python coding if you're not already a proficient Python coder. So there's like lots of computer science lessons within the game. As I said, it goes from code blocks to Python, ISTE aligned, and these are standards that are within, I think, mostly the US education system. But what we're saying here is that what's in Minecraft education is aligned to the standards. And there's free educator guides and training within the actual, in the application. So I'm not going to give you a demo because I think we're running out of time, but this is probably a little bit technical, but this is really what you learn. So there are computer science units of study from within the game. You build a coding mindset, and then you build computational thinking skills. And what I love about this is that I'm not a coder or a developer, and I'm probably more of a marketer or a business manager. But when I think about the work that I do, I use computational thinking skills. So really, if you think about some of the big problems that we have to solve whilst we're working at Microsoft, we're looking to use skills such as decomposition. We're looking to use skills such as pattern recognition. And when we think about the problems that we're trying to solve, we want to bring a curious mindset to the problem at hand. We want to be committed. We really need to cooperate. So Asal and I and Chi Singh cooperate all the time. I'm lucky enough that I work across lots of different countries, and I cooperate with loads of different people across the world. This morning already, I've been talking to a colleague of mine from New Zealand. We talked to a lady in Seattle, and she's actually it's Sunday in the US, so she's actually working on a Sunday, which is really very much above and beyond. I'll be talking to some other folk from Indonesia this afternoon, and I was also talking to a gentleman who's based in Brunei, and then another gentleman who's just landed in Korea. And he's working in Korea for the next couple of days. So that's kind of that cooperative skill that I use all of the time. So Estelle, am I running out of time? Can I keep going for another couple of minutes? Yep. And so we think about computer science as a progression, and I think that this is really key in bringing it back to the Imagine Cup Junior. The fact that you people have done the AI skills and you've developed skills that are AI. I mean, AI is artificial intelligence. And when I think about artificial intelligence, I used to think it was just for really nerdy type computer programming, developing type people. But AI is really me going into Spotify. I don't know if you know what Spotify is, but it's like a streaming music service. And I put in the songs that I like, and then I get suggested songs that I might like based on the songs that I've already been listening to. So that's AI. So AI spans a huge range of topics, and it's not just about computer coding. But I think AI, developing the skills that you have developed within Imagine Cup Junior is very, very important and will stand you in very, very good stead going forward in your careers, whether they're in coding and computer science, or whether they're in marketing or teaching or any other skill or career that you choose to move through. So I've talked about this already, computational thinking at lower primary, all the way through to upper school, upper high school and upper secondary, where you're using tools such as Python. So that's probably about it. Now, what Estelle did mention was this concept of Hour of Code. So if you haven't already done Hour of Code, as Estelle mentioned, it's free. It's on the Hour of Code website, and you can get a taste for coding in Microsoft by doing that. Did I say Microsoft? Minecraft, a taste for coding in Minecraft by doing the Hour of Code lesson specifically for Minecraft. So Estelle, I will hand back to you and stop sharing. Cyber safety. This is actually coming soon. So within Minecraft, there will be the opportunity to get a certificate of completion for cybersafe cybersecurity within Minecraft. So I would really encourage you to ask your teachers, if you're not a teacher on this call, whether they can investigate Minecraft Education Edition. To be very clear, the schools or the ministry or the regional offices of education will need to pay for Minecraft Education Edition, whilst the coding Hour of Code lesson is free. The actual Minecraft Education Edition is not free. Back to you, Estelle. I'll stop sharing.
Thanks, and I'm just trying to put some materials in the chat because it's a lot to cover. But based on just to understand your interests of the students, so let us know. I'm also gonna put one more link on the last slide and shared on the Hour of Code that deals specifically with the AI for good. As extra link, and I put there the story. Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, was there a question, Lucy?
Any questions?
Okay.
No, sorry.
No question, no problem. I'm gonna put one more link to Hour of Code Minecraft AI for Good. If you want to, if you want to combine it, it's up to you. If not, it's just for your knowledge and beyond ICJ once we close, so you don't stop learning. What Anne said is very important because we are trying to bring this knowledge and tools to every student, every school. So if you let Ning or Ridi know, or I'm gonna leave my email here as well, and Anne's email. If your teacher or your school as a whole, is not using yet the Minecraft Education Edition or any other, computer science curriculum and tools that Microsoft has. So we are very happy to have a talk, beyond ICJ and see how we can contribute to your overall holistic learning experience. Okay, Rico, Azure machine learning is part of AI. Can I use it for ICJ 2022? We don't have any restrictions. If you read the rules and regulations, we don't have any restriction. You can build even your algorithm if you want. But we do understand this is the advanced stage that's usually Imagine Cup students do, required to do. And this is not a requirement for the Imagine Cup Junior. But if you want, if you already tried, given that you're submitting tomorrow, if you already tried, if you already built something, or you already have some solution to showcase, please go ahead. Use the Azure solution. And also for Azure, right? I am not sure how many of you are 18 because the ICJ is like threshold is 13 to 18, right? So Azure for students offer that we have is for students 18 and above. However, there are certain tools that you can use for free that are available for students below 18. Usually 16 are around that, and it's a different age for the US than for other countries. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'm going to put my email here and I'm going to send the information. If you are 18 or if you're below 18, what kind of Azure access you have as a student through your school account. And Ning, are we good? Okay, we still have a question. Where should I submit the slide? You shouldn't ask this question, Kenar, one day before submission. This is something that you work together with our amazing GTP, where you should know how you submit the slide. Okay, maybe Ning, you will have a you will have a discussion, quick discussion, a reminder how you submit. It's actually through the website, Imagine Cup Junior, but you might not know how to submit, and I apologize if I was harsh, because it's a team leader who submits, right? So the team leader is the GTP that submits your mentor or your educator, right? That they submit the project. But you're working with them together how to submit. Submission is a very easy thing, 5-minute thing, but the content is what's important. Okay. Let us know, Ning, if we are good.
Yes, you're good. I saw. Basically, we have 2 days for mentoring. The first day is now, and the second day is next day. And we will use this material on this day as evaluation material. So we want to Indonesia can be a winner of ICG worldwide. So we use this first day as evaluation material at the second day and the next day as well.
Oh, great. Oh, great. So there's two days of mentorships. You know, if you have any questions, Ning, just feel free to, compile them and just send based on today. If there are any unanswered question or last minute, we are happy to answer. If you send us based on today, if you send us tomorrow morning, we'll answer very quickly in a few hours. We try to do so.
Okay, I shall. I will not. Anyone want to ask a question for this moment before we closing this meeting? I think. Okay. Zahra, what you guys looking for ICC winner? Maybe Ashel or Anya can answer this question.
Okay. Actually, there is a list. Ning, you do you have the list of the requirements, right? How the competition is judged.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
basically.
So this is the only list. There is nothing extra. There is no internal document on how the winners are decided. So it's very, very transparent. So what are you guys looking for ICJ winners? So based on the criteria, one-page criteria in the judging sheet, that's the only criteria that everybody uses. And I also want to add the call for the judges is global. So the judges come from everywhere, from Microsoft, from our GTPs, from the educators and schools. So it's a very independent panel, and they would not know who they are assessing. So I think if you ask my own perspective, right, and I'm not a judge this year, so it's okay for me to say, I think your idea should add value. Not necessarily it's nobody brought it before, it's brand new idea, nobody did anything in this area. But this idea should add value and only you know why. Is it very important for Indonesia? Is it very important for your city or your school? Or what kind of problem are you solving and for whom? So if you are able to answer these questions, I think your idea will be very strong. But then again, there are thousands and thousands of entries globally, right? So it will be very difficult to decide on the winner, and there might be very strong winners. So another, maybe my advice would be, okay, to win is one thing, but for you to go ahead with this idea further based on what you learned is very important. So it's very important to sustain your work beyond the competition.
Thank you, Esther, for the answer. I think it's really helpful for everyone in this occasion, in this meeting. I think it's enough. All the question has been answered by Aishel or Anya in this time. Maybe your team lead will submit the project, Kenner. Okay. Okay. All the template submission will serve by the team leader in the next day, and we will work together to evaluate your submission in the local competition, so we can maybe we can a winner in the ICJ global. So I think it's enough. Anna, why maybe we can close this meeting by take a picture together. Maybe everyone can activate your video feature, so we can take picture together in this time. Ya, mungkin teman-teman bisa aktifkan kameranya agar kita bisa ini ya, ada kenang-kenangan gitu. Is there any memories in this time with Hazel? Oke. Ya. Ini masih ada 20 yang bergabung. Saya rasa masih ada apa namanya? Masih banyak yang masih belum mengaktifkan kameranya. Yuk coba diaktifkan kameranya sebentar, setelah itu kita closing, dan nanti di besok hari kita akan ada mentoring lagi gitu ya, teman-teman. Kita akan ada mentoring lagi bersama Mari Belajar dari tim Indonesia gitu ya, sehingga nanti mungkin dari segi penyampaian akan menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, mungkin akan jauh lebih clear lagi dari istilahnya bahan material yang telah disampaikan oleh Aishel dan Anne pada kesempatan kali ini. Saya coba large gallery sebentar. Oke. Okay. In 3 count, you can face your camera and smile together. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think it's enough. Thanks a lot, Aishel and Anna, for your time to give explanation to all participants of ICG local competition, and they will join on the global competition of ICG. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you very much. Good luck, everyone. You will do well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.